Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why you're not where you want to be? Why, despite your dreams and ambitions, you're still stuck in the same cycle? Chances are, the answer isn't your circumstances. It's not the lack of time, resources, or talent. The real reason? You're letting your feelings control your life. Yes, your feelings. Those fleeting emotions that whisper excuses in your ear. You're tired, you're not ready, maybe tomorrow. They're keeping you from becoming the person you're meant to be. But here's the good news. Once you learn to ignore those feelings, once you break free from their grip, you unlock a level of power and control over your life that most people never even realize exists. Stay with me until the end of this message, because by the time we're done, you'll understand how to overcome the emotions holding you back. You'll gain tools to push forward when others quit. You'll learn the secret that separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity. Let's be clear. This isn't easy. Most people are ruled by their feelings. They let their emotions dictate their actions. If they feel tired, they stop. If they feel scared, they hesitate. If they feel unmotivated, they procrastinate. But here's the harsh truth. Success doesn't care how you feel. Your goals don't wait for the perfect moment, and the world isn't going to hand you success on a silver platter. Think about it. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? How many opportunities have slipped through your fingers because you let fear, doubt, or discomfort decide your actions? You see, feelings are temporary. They come and go, but the consequences of your actions or your inaction are permanent. Here's what most people don't realize. Feelings are liars. They're there to protect you, to keep you safe and comfortable, but comfort is the enemy of growth. Growth requires pushing past what feels good, what feels easy. Growth demands that you step into discomfort, into pain, and into the unknown. The people you admire, the ones who've achieved incredible things, didn't do it because they felt like it. They did it because they chose action over emotion. They understood that waiting for motivation is like waiting for the rain to stop before planting your seeds. You'll wait forever and you'll end up with nothing. The key is understanding that you don't have to feel ready. You don't have to feel good. You don't have to feel motivated. You just have to act. Action doesn't need permission from your emotion. Every time you choose action over hesitation, you're training your mind. You're teaching yourself that you're in control, not your feelings. And here's where the reward comes in. Imagine a life where you're not a slave to your emotions. Imagine waking up and doing what needs to be done no matter how you feel. Imagine the satisfaction of knowing you're becoming the kind of person others look up to. That's the reward waiting for you on the other side of this journey. It starts with a decision to stop listening to the voice in your head that says not today, a decision to show up even when you don't feel like it. Because here's the truth. Your feelings are not you. You are your actions. You are what you do repeatedly, not what you feel in fleeting moments of doubt or fear. Now, I'm not saying you should ignore your feelings entirely. Emotions have their place. They make us human. But when it comes to building the life you want, feelings are distractions. They're background noise. Your focus should be on your vision, your purpose, and the steps you need to take to get there. So ask yourself right now, are you willing to stop letting your feelings run your life? Are you ready to take control, to rise above the excuses, the hesitation, and the fear? Because if you are, you're about to unlock a version of yourself that's unstoppable. This is just the beginning. By the time you finish this journey with me, you'll have the tools, the mindset, and the confidence to face any challenge head on. The best part? You'll realize that the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to act, regardless of how you feel. Feelings can be powerful. They can make you feel unstoppable one moment and defeated the next. But here's the truth. Feelings are not facts. They're temporary, often irrational, and they're not a reliable guide for your actions. If you let feelings dictate your choices, you'll always be at their mercy. Think about it. How many times have your feelings told you you can't do this, or it's not worth the effort? And how many times when you ignored those feelings and pushed forward did you realize they were wrong? That's because feelings are rooted in comfort and fear, not in reality. They exist to keep you safe, but safety doesn't create growth. Growth comes from stepping into the unknown, from challenging yourself, and from doing the things that scare you. Feelings love excuses. When you feel tired, your mind tells you, take a break, you deserve it. When you feel scared, it says, maybe now isn't the right time. But those excuses are lies. They're the voice of resistance trying to hold you back from the life you're capable of creating. The problem is that most people believe their feelings are who they are. They say, I feel scared, so I must be scared. But fear is just a momentary emotion, not an identity. What you do with that fear defines who you are. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's acting in spite of it. The same goes for doubt. Doubt whispers, what if you fail? But doubt is nothing more than your mind's attempt to protect you from discomfort. It's your brain telling you to stay where it's safe. But success lives outside of safety. It lives in the risks you take, in the leaps of faith, and in the moments when you silence that voice of doubt and choose action instead. Now let's get practical. How do you stop letting feelings control you? It starts with recognizing them for what they are, temporary states of mind. Feelings don't last. Think about a time when you felt overwhelmed or defeated. At that moment, it felt like the world was crashing down, but you moved past it, didn't you? That feeling eventually faded, and you kept going. The key is to focus on what's real. Feelings are fleeting, but actions are permanent. Every time you choose action over emotion, you're creating evidence that you're in control. You're proving to yourself that you can push through anything. Over time, this builds a mindset of resilience, a mindset that says, I'm stronger than my feelings. I'm in charge of my life. It's also important to separate feelings from facts. Let's say you're about to start something challenging, a new project, a conversation you've been avoiding. Your feelings might tell you this is too hard or you're not ready. But ask yourself, is that a fact or is it just fear talking? Most of the time it's fear, and fear only has power if you give it your attention. Here's the secret. The moment you take action, feelings lose their grip. The moment you step into that gym, make that call, or sit down to work, the fear starts to fade. Action is the antidote to hesitation. The more you act, the less your feelings can control you. But what about when feelings are overwhelming? What about those days when you feel like giving up entirely? On those days, remind yourself of your purpose. Ask yourself, why did I start? Purpose is stronger than any emotion. When you're connected to your purpose, it gives you the strength to move forward even when every part of you wants to stop. And don't forget, you've overcome your feelings before. Every time you got out of bed when you didn't want to, every time you showed up for work despite being tired, every time you kept going when it was easier to quit, you proved to yourself that you're capable of pushing through. You've already built a foundation of strength. Now it's time to build on it. Here's something else to consider. Feelings are contagious. If you surround yourself with people who let their emotions run their lives, you'll start to do the same. But if you surround yourself with people who act despite their feelings, who show up no matter what, you'll be inspired to do the same. Your environment shapes your mindset. Choose wisely. At the end of the day, it's not about ignoring your feelings entirely. It's about understanding their place. Feelings are signals, not commands. They're there to guide you, but they shouldn't dictate your actions. You can acknowledge them without letting them control you. So the next time your feelings tell you to stop, pause, or wait, remember this. Feelings are not facts. They're not permanent, and they're not in charge. You are. You have the power to act, to push forward, and to create the life you want. This is your moment. Don't let it slip away because of a temporary emotion. Act now, and you'll thank yourself later. Because every step you take, every decision you make to rise above your feelings brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. Ask yourself this: how many dreams have been lost because people choose comfort over discipline? How many times have great opportunities slipped away because someone said, I don't feel like it? This is the harsh truth. Emotion may inspire you for a moment, but discipline will carry you for a lifetime. Discipline is the silent force that moves mountains. It doesn't ask how you feel, it only demands action. It's waking up early when your bed feels like the safest place on earth. It's putting in the work when the world around you is filled with distractions. Discipline doesn't negotiate, it doesn't bargain, and it doesn't wait for the right moment. And here's the most powerful thing about discipline: it builds trust in yourself. When you commit to something and follow through, regardless of how you feel, you prove to yourself that you're reliable. Every action becomes a vote for the person you want to be. Over time, this creates momentum. The more you stick to your path, the stronger you become. But here's the catch: discipline isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. If it were, everyone would have it and the world would be full of people achieving extraordinary things. The reason discipline is so valuable is because it's rare. Few people are willing to pay the price, but those who do reap the rewards. Think about this. When you rely on emotion to guide you, you're living a life dictated by chance. Emotions change like the wind. One moment you're motivated, the next you're not. But discipline is steady. It's a rock. that doesn't move no matter the storm. With discipline, you're no longer a victim of circumstance, you're in control. Let's get real. Discipline isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. It starts with small actions. It starts with saying, I'll show up today even if I don't feel like it. Those small actions compound over time. It's like planting a seed. At first it doesn't look like much, but with consistent care and effort, it grows into something strong and unshakable. Many people wait for motivation to strike before they act. They say, I'll start when I'm ready, or I'll wait until I'm inspired. But motivation is fleeting. It's like a spark. It lights the fire, but it can't keep it burning. Discipline is the fuel. It's what keeps the fire alive when motivation fades. Here's the thing, discipline also liberates you. At first, it feels like a restriction, like you're giving up your freedom to follow rules. But the truth is, discipline creates freedom. When you're disciplined with your time, you have more control over your day. When you're disciplined with your habits, you have more control over your future. The very thing that feels like a burden becomes the key to unlocking your potential. But let's not sugarcoat it. Discipline will challenge you. It will test your patience, your commitment, and your willingness to endure discomfort. There will be days when you question why you even started. That's when you need to remind yourself, discipline isn't about how you feel in the moment, it's about who you want to become. And here's a truth many don't realize. Discipline gives you power over your mind. When you choose discipline over comfort, you're training your brain to prioritize long-term rewards over short-term gratification. This rewires your thinking. You stop being someone who gives in to every impulse and become someone who makes decisions with intention. Discipline also sets you apart from the crowd. Most people are driven by their feelings. They let laziness, fear, and doubt dictate their choices. But when you choose discipline, you rise above that. You become the person who shows up, who does the work, and who stays consistent no matter what. That's rare, and rare is valuable. Imagine this. A year from now, will you look back with pride knowing you stayed disciplined and made progress? Or will you look back with regret, wishing you had ignored your excuses and taken action? The choice is yours, and it's made in every small decision you face. Here's the beauty of discipline. It's contagious. When you start living a disciplined life, others notice. They see your commitment, your focus, and your results. This inspires them to rise to your level. Discipline isn't just a personal trait, it's a ripple effect. By choosing discipline, you're not just changing your life, you're setting an example for others to follow. Let's not forget, discipline doesn't mean perfection. It's not about never making a mistake or always getting it right. It's about showing up day after day, even when it's hard. It's about getting back on track when you slip and continuing to move forward. Progress, not perfection. That's the essence of discipline. In the end, discipline is a gift you give to yourself. It's the foundation for everything you want to achieve. It's what turns dreams into reality, potential into performance, and intention into action. It's not easy, but it's worth it. So the next time you're faced with the choice between comfort and discipline, remember this. Discipline leads to freedom. It leads to strength. And most importantly, it leads to the life you deserve. Now is the time to choose. Will you let feelings control you, or will you take control of your destiny? The answer lies in your actions. Think for a moment about the hardest moments in your life, the ones that broke you, pushed you, and left you questioning everything. Those moments didn't happen by accident. They were designed to test you, to shape you, and to reveal the strength you didn't even know you had. Adversity isn't your enemy, it's your greatest ally. When things are easy, there's no growth. Comfort never challenges you to be better. It never forces you to dig deeper. But adversity strips away every illusion. It shows you who you really are. It makes you face your weaknesses, your fears, and your doubts. And if you let it, it will make you unstoppable. Why do so many people fear hardship? It's because they don't understand it. They see it as a roadblock, a punishment, or something to avoid. But the truth is, adversity is the greatest teacher. It's the fire that forges steel. It's the storm that clears the path. Without it, there's no progress, no resilience, and no success. Think about this. Every champion has faced failure. Every leader has faced rejection. Every success story has a chapter of pain. Adversity doesn't discriminate. It comes for everyone. The difference is how you respond to it. Will you let it break you, or will you let it build you? The beauty of adversity is that it forces you to adapt. It forces you to think, to problem solve, and to grow. When you face challenges, you learn to be resourceful. You develop skills, wisdom, and confidence that you would never gain if life were easy. Adversity is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Here's the truth. Life will knock you down. That's a guarantee. But staying down, that's a choice. Every time you get back up, you become stronger. Every time you face adversity and overcome it, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. This is how resilience is built. Not in moments of ease, but in moments of struggle. And let's be clear, adversity doesn't mean failure. It means learning. Every setback is a lesson, every struggle is a teacher, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow. If you view adversity as a curse, you'll miss the blessing. But if you embrace it, you'll discover that it's the greatest gift life can give you. Think about a seed planted in the ground. Before it can grow into a mighty tree, it must push through the soil. It must fight against the darkness, the weight, and the pressure. That struggle is what gives it strength. Without it, the seed would never reach the surface. You're no different. Your struggles are what prepare you for greatness. Adversity also reveals the people who truly matter in your life. When times are tough, you'll see who stands by you and who walks away. This clarity is priceless. It teaches you to value loyalty, to appreciate support, and to recognize the strength of genuine relationships. Here's a powerful truth. The pain you endure today is the foundation for your success tomorrow. Every challenge, every hardship, and every moment of doubt is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. But here's the catch. You have to be willing to embrace the struggle. You have to face it head on, without fear and without excuses. Adversity doesn't wait for permission. It comes whether you're ready or not. The question is, will you rise to meet it? When you shift your mindset and see adversity as an opportunity, everything changes. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what can I learn from this? You stop running from challenges and start running toward them. This is where true strength is found. Not in avoiding hardship, but in conquering it. Adversity also teaches you humility. It reminds you that you're not invincible, that you're human, and that growth takes time. It strips away arrogance and replaces it with gratitude. Gratitude for the lessons, the growth, and the journey. Let's not sugarcoat it. Adversity is hard. It hurts. It challenges you in ways you never imagined, but it also reveals your character. It shows you what you're made of. It gives you the chance to rise above, to prove to yourself that you're stronger than you think. So the next time life throws you a curveball, don't shy away from it. Embrace it, face it, use it. Because every challenge you overcome is a step closer to the person you want to become. Remember this, the greatest successes are born from the greatest struggles. The strongest people are those who have faced the darkest storms and come out on the other side. And the most fulfilling lives are those lived with courage, resilience, and determination. You were not put on this earth to live an easy, comfortable life. You were put here to grow, to evolve, and to achieve greatness. And that greatness comes not despite adversity, but because of it. Now, it's your turn. Will you let adversity define you, or will you let it refine you? The choice is yours. And every moment of struggle is a chance to choose strength, courage, and growth. What separates those who succeed from those who don't? It's not talent, it's not intelligence, it's not even luck. It's consistent. The ability to show up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, even when the odds are stacked against you, even when it seems like nothing is happening. Consistency is the bridge between dreams and reality. It's the quiet, unseen effort that transforms potential into progress. Without consistency, even the best plans fall apart. Without it, motivation fades, inspiration dwindles, and goals remain nothing more than wishes. Think about the most successful people in the world. They didn't get where they are by working hard for a week or a month and then giving up. They got there by committing to the process, by putting in the effort every single day, no matter how small, no matter how hard. But here's the thing, consistency isn't glamorous. It's not exciting. It's not something people celebrate. It's the grind, the repetition, the discipline to keep going when no one is watching and when there are no immediate rewards. And that's why so many people struggle with it. They want results now. They want the reward without the work. But life doesn't work that way. True success is built over time through steady, deliberate effort. And that effort requires patience, discipline, and focus. Consistency is about forming habits that align with your goals. It's about doing the things you know you need to do, even when you don't want to do them. It's waking up early to work on your dreams. It's staying disciplined when distractions call your name. It's making the choice over and over again to prioritize your future over temporary comfort. The beauty of consistency is that it compounds. Small actions repeated over time lead to massive results. It's like planting seeds. At first you don't see anything, but with patience and persistence, those seeds grow into something extraordinary. But here's the challenge. Staying consistent requires faith. Faith in the process, faith in yourself, faith that your efforts will pay off even when you can't see the results right away. This is where most people give up. They let doubt creep in. They let frustration take over. They quit just before the breakthrough. You have to remind yourself that every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Every action you take brings you closer to your goal. And every day you stay consistent, you're building momentum. Consistency also creates trust in yourself and from others. When you show up consistently, you prove to yourself that you're reliable, disciplined, and capable of following through. This builds confidence and self-respect. And when others see your consistency, they begin to trust you too. They see your commitment, your work ethic, and your determination. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. Consistency is knowing when to push and when to rest. It's about staying the course, but also adapting when necessary. It's about learning from your mistakes, improving your approach, and staying focused on the bigger picture. The truth is, consistency doesn't mean perfection. You'll have days when you fall short, when you make mistakes, when you lose focus. That's okay. What matters is getting back on track. It's not about never falling, it's about always rising. Think about it this way. Imagine a river carving through rock. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens because the water flows consistently, day after day, year after year. That's the power of persistence. But how do you stay consistent when it's hard, when motivation is gone, when life throws obstacles in your way? The answer lies in your why, your reason for starting, your purpose. When your why is strong enough, nothing can stop you. It becomes your anchor, your fuel, your guiding light. Ask yourself, why do you want this? What's at stake if you don't succeed? What will your life look like if you give up? These questions will remind you of what's truly important. They'll reignite your passion and keep you moving forward even when the road gets tough. Consistency also requires self-discipline. It's the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Feelings are fleeting, but discipline is lasting. It's what separates the dreamers from the doers. And let's be real, consistency isn't always fun. It's not always easy. But it's always worth it because the alternative is regret. The regret of knowing you could have done more, the regret of knowing you gave up too soon, the regret of looking back and wondering what if. When you stay consistent, you prove to yourself that you're in control of your destiny. You take ownership of your life, your goals, and your future. You stop waiting for opportunities and start creating them. So keep showing up, keep putting in the work, keep taking those small steps forward, because one day you'll look back and realize that every effort, every sacrifice, and every moment of discipline led to something extraordinary. Your consistency is your superpower. It's the quiet force that will set you apart. It's the one thing that will guarantee your success if you're willing to commit to it. So make the decision today to stay the course, to keep going, to never give up, because the life you want is waiting for you. And the only thing standing between you and that life is your ability to stay consistent. There's a voice inside your head right now whispering to you. It tells you stories about who you are, what you can do, and what you can't. It's the voice that shapes your reality, because every belief, every decision, and every action you take begins there. But here's the problem. For most people, that voice isn't a friend. It's a critic, a doubter, a saboteur. It says, you're not good enough, you'll never make it, or why even try? And without realizing it, people listen. They let that voice dictate their lives, their choices, and their potential. The truth is, that voice doesn't define you. It's not who you are, it's just noise. But unless you take control of it, it will control you. Mastering your inner voice is the key to mastering your life. Start by listening carefully. Pay attention to the words you say to yourself. Are they empowering or are they holding you back? Are they lifting you up or are they tearing you down? Awareness is the first step to change. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. Once you're aware, challenge that voice. Question it. When it says, you can't do this, ask why not. When it says, you're not smart enough, ask who says. When it tells you to give up, remind yourself of every time you pushed through and succeeded. Here's the truth. That voice isn't always based on facts. It's based on fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of discomfort. But fear is just an illusion. It's a barrier you've created in your mind, and barriers can be broken. Replace that negative voice with a positive one. Speak to yourself the way you'd speak to a friend who needs encouragement. Say, "You've got this, you're stronger than this," or "Keep going, you're closer than you think." These words might feel strange at first, but over time, they'll become your new reality. Your inner voice is like a garden. If you plant weeds, they'll grow. But if you plant flowers, positive thoughts, empowering beliefs, they'll grow instead. What you feed is what will flourish. But mastering your inner voice isn't just about positive self-talk. It's about aligning your thoughts with your actions. You can tell yourself you're capable all day, but if you don't take action, those words mean nothing. Prove to yourself that you can by doing the hard things. Every time you take action, you silence that doubter inside you. Your inner voice thrives on evidence. If you want it to believe you're capable, give it proof. Push through challenges. Take risks. Step out of your comfort zone. Each time you succeed, you rewrite the narrative in your mind. But let's be honest. There will be times when that negative voice comes back. Times when doubt creeps in. Times when fear tries to take over. That's okay. You're human. What matters is how you respond. When that happens, remind yourself of your victories. Reflect on the obstacles you've overcome, the goals you've achieved, the times you proved yourself wrong. Let those memories be your armor, your shield against doubt. You have to become your own biggest supporter. No one else is going to do it for you. People might cheer for you, but at the end of the day, it's your voice that matters most. Your belief in yourself is what will carry you through the darkest moments. And here's the beautiful part. When you master your inner voice, you become unstoppable. You stop waiting for permission. You stop doubting your worth. You stop letting fear dictate your choices. You start living on your terms. The world is full of noise. People will try to tell you who you are, what you can do, and how you should live. But none of that matters. The only voice that matters is yours. When your inner voice is strong, you stop seeking validation from others. You stop comparing yourself to people who have nothing to do with your journey. You focus on your path, your goals, your purpose. And here's the secret most people don't realize. The way you speak to yourself determines the way you show up in the world. If your inner voice is full of doubt, you'll hesitate. But if it's full of belief, you'll act with confidence, with courage, with conviction. Confidence isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about knowing deep down that you're capable, that you're enough, that you have what it takes to succeed. And that belief starts with your inner voice. So take control of it. Don't let it control you. Be intentional with your thoughts. Be kind to yourself. Be your own champion, because when you master your inner voice, you unlock a level of strength, resilience, and potential you didn't even know you had. The voice inside you is powerful. It can be your greatest ally or your biggest enemy. The choice is yours. Choose wisely. Discipline. It's not a skill. It's not a talent. It's a choice. A choice you make every single day. And the truth is, discipline is the difference between who you are and who you want to become. Think about it. Every great achievement, every moment of triumph is built on the foundation of discipline. It's not luck, it's not magic, it's the daily grind, the unwavering commitment to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers, because dreams without discipline are just wishes that fade into the background when life gets hard. But discipline is what turns dreams into reality. It's what keeps you moving forward when the world feels like it's pulling you back. Most people don't lack talent. They don't lack potential. What they lack is discipline, the ability to stay consistent, the willingness to embrace discomfort, the courage to say, I'll do what's hard today so I can live my dreams tomorrow. But here's the truth about discipline. It's not always glamorous. It's waking up early when your bed feels warm and safe. It's going to the gym when every muscle in your body is screaming to stay home. It's putting in the work when no one's watching, when no one's clapping, when no one even knows. Discipline is about showing up every day, no matter what, because the days you don't feel like it, those are the days that matter most. Anyone can be disciplined when they're motivated, but true discipline shows up when motivation disappears. And here's the thing about motivation. It's fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. You can't rely on it. If you wait for motivation to act, you'll spend most of your life waiting. Discipline, on the other hand, is steady. It doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care about the weather, your mood, or your excuses. It just gets the job done. But how do you build discipline? How do you turn it into a habit, a way of life? Start small. You don't climb a mountain in one leap. You take it step by step. Pick one thing, just one, and commit to it. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier. Maybe it's drinking more water. Maybe it's spending 10 minutes a day learning something new. Whatever it is, do it consistently, day after day without fail. And as you do, you'll start to build momentum. You'll prove to yourself that you can. And that momentum, it's contagious. It spreads to other areas of your life, making it easier to take on bigger challenges, to push even harder, to aim even higher. But here's the catch. Discipline isn't perfect. You're gonna slip. You're gonna miss a day. You're gonna fail. And when that happens, it's not about beating yourself up. It's about getting back up. Because discipline isn't about being flawless, it's about being relentless. Every time you fall, you have a choice. Stay down or rise up. Let the setback define you or let it refine you. Discipline isn't about never failing. It's about refusing to quit. And don't confuse discipline with punishment. Discipline isn't about deprivation. It's about freedom. The freedom to live life on your terms, to be the person you want to be, to achieve the things that truly matter to you. Without discipline, you're a prisoner of your impulses, your emotions, your fleeting desires. With discipline, you take control. You decide, you lead. And here's the beautiful thing about discipline. It's contagious. When you live with discipline, you inspire those around you to do the same. You become a beacon, a reminder that greatness is possible, that hard work pays off, that dreams are worth fighting for. But discipline doesn't happen overnight. It's a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The more you push through the discomfort, the easier it becomes to face it again. And over time, what once felt impossible starts to feel natural. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about making progress, no matter how small. Every step forward, no matter how tiny, brings you closer to your goals. So ask yourself, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to embrace the grind, to face the discomfort, to show up every single day? Because that's what it takes. Not talent, not luck, discipline. The road won't be easy. There will be days when you want to quit, when you question why you started, when everything in you screams to take the easy way out. But those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments when discipline matters most. Remember this, discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the price you pay for your dreams, and it's worth it every single time. Choose discipline. Choose greatness. Choose the life you were meant to live. Struggles, they are life's way of testing your resilience by asking you one simple question. How bad do you want it? Every struggle you face, every setback you endure is an opportunity. An opportunity to grow stronger, to learn, to prove to yourself what you're really made of. Most people look at struggles as barriers. They see them as obstacles designed to stop them. But that's not what struggles are. Struggles are lessons. They're mirrors reflecting your weaknesses, your fears, your insecurities. And in those moments of struggle, you have a choice to run from them or to face them. Every time you face a struggle, you're given a gift. The gift of self-discovery, the chance to dig deep, to find strength you didn't know you had, to push beyond your limits. Struggles don't break you, they build you, if you let them. But here's the truth. Struggles hurt. They're uncomfortable. They challenge everything you think you know about yourself. And that's the point. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. Strength isn't built in safety, it's forged in the fire of adversity. Think about the strongest people you know, the ones who inspire you, who lead by example, who seem unshakable. Do you think they got there by avoiding struggles, by playing it safe? No, they got there by facing their struggles head on, by refusing to back down, by choosing to grow instead of giving up. Life is full of struggles, big ones, small ones, some that feel like they'll never end. But no matter how hard the struggle, no matter how impossible it feels, there's always a way through. And on the other side of that struggle is a stronger version of you. But to turn struggles into strength, you need a mindset shift. You need to stop seeing struggles as problems and start seeing them as opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to adapt, to rise above. Every time you face a struggle, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I use this to grow? And remember, struggles don't last forever. They might feel overwhelming in the moment, but they're temporary. What's permanent is the strength you gain from overcoming them, the lessons you learn, the person you become. When you're in the middle of a struggle, it's easy to feel alone, to think you're the only one going through it. But the truth is, everyone struggles. Everyone faces challenges. The difference is how you respond to them. Will you let the struggle define you, or will you use it to refine you? It's not about avoiding struggles. It's about embracing them. It's about understanding that every struggle is a step forward, a chance to build resilience, to strengthen your character, to prepare yourself for the challenges ahead. And here's the thing, your struggles don't just benefit you, they benefit the people around you. When you overcome a struggle, you inspire others to do the same. You show them what's possible. You become a living example of resilience, of courage, of strength. So don't shy away from struggles. Don't wish for an easy life. Wish for the strength to overcome the hard one. Because it's in the hard moments, the challenging times, the struggles, that you find out who you really are. Struggles are not the enemy. Fear is. Fear of failure, fear of discomfort, fear of the unknown. Fear is what keeps most people stuck. But here's the thing about fear. It's a liar. It tells you that you can't, that you're not strong enough, that it's easier to quit. Don't listen to it. Face your fear. Step into your struggles. Prove to yourself that you can. Because the moment you do, fear loses its power. The struggles lose their sting. And you realize that you're capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. The strongest version of you is on the other side of your struggles. It's waiting for you to step up, to take action, to push through. But you have to make the choice. You have to decide that your dreams are worth the fight, that your goals are worth the effort, that your future self is worth the struggle. And when you do, when you embrace your struggles, when you use them as fuel instead of excuses, something amazing happens. You start to see struggles not as setbacks, but as stepping stones, not as obstacles, but as opportunities. So, what are you waiting for? What struggle are you facing right now that you can turn into strength? What challenge can you use to grow, to learn, to become better? The road to greatness is paved with struggles, but it's also lined with rewards. The reward of knowing you didn't quit. The reward of knowing you gave it your all. The reward of becoming the person you were always meant to be. Struggles are part of the journey. Embrace them, learn from them, use them. Because in the end, it's not the struggle that defines you, it's how you rise above it. If struggles are the test life throws at you, focus is the tool that helps you navigate through them. Focus isn't just about paying attention. It's about directing your energy toward what truly matters. It's the ability to shut out distractions, ignore the noise, and fix your eyes on your goals like a laser. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Endless notifications, constant opinions, and the fear of missing out on what everyone else is doing. But the truth is, success comes to those who stay centered, who protect their focus like it's their most valuable asset. Because it is. Focus is clarity. It's knowing what you want and committing to it no matter how tempting the distractions may be. It's waking up each day with purpose, with intent, and refusing to let anything derail you. But here's the secret. Focus isn't just something you have. It's something you practice. It's a muscle you strengthen every time you choose to prioritize your dreams over instant gratification. The greatest achievers in history weren't just talented, they were focused. They had the same 24 hours as you do. They faced the same temptations, the same doubts, the same struggles. The difference? They didn't let those things define them. They had a vision and they poured their energy into bringing it to life. That's the power of focus. But focus alone isn't enough. It needs a partner, and that partner is consistency. Consistency is what turns effort into results. It's what transforms habits into a lifestyle. Without consistency, focus is just a burst of energy, a sprint that fades before the finish line. But when focus and consistency come together, they create something unstoppable. Think about it this way. Every small action you take, every tiny step you make toward your goals compounds over time. Like drops of water carving out a canyon, your consistent efforts shape your future. It's not about making huge leaps. It's about showing up every single day, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, even when the progress seems invisible. The challenge most people face isn't in starting, it's in staying. It's easy to feel motivated on day one, to have a burst of inspiration and dive in head first. But what happens on day 10 or day 50 or day 100 when the initial excitement wears off? That's when consistency becomes your greatest ally. It's what keeps you moving forward when everything else tells you to stop. Consistency isn't glamorous, it's not flashy, it doesn't always come with immediate rewards, but it's the foundation of every great achievement. It's the daily grind, the unglamorous effort, the silent commitment that no one sees, but everyone admires when the results finally show. It's the reason why the world looks up to those who succeed, even though they rarely see the work it took to get there. But staying consistent doesn't mean being perfect. It means being persistent. It means giving yourself grace when you stumble, but never letting those stumbles turn into a stop. It's about progress, not perfection. Because the truth is, no one gets it right every single time. What matters is that you keep going. And here's where the magic happens. Focus and consistency feed off each other. When you stay focused on your goals, it's easier to stay consistent in your efforts. And when you're consistent in your actions, your focus becomes sharper, more aligned, more determined. Together, they create a cycle of growth, a momentum that pushes you closer to your dreams every single day. But how do you protect your focus and maintain your consistency in a world that's constantly pulling you in different directions? You set boundaries. You learn to say no to what doesn't serve your goals, even if it's uncomfortable. You prioritize what matters, even when it's not convenient. You remind yourself why you started, why your goals matter, why your future self will thank you for the choices you're making today. And most importantly, you stay patient. Because focus and consistency aren't about overnight success. They're about lasting success. They're about building something real, something meaningful, something that stands the test of time. The results may not come immediately, but they will come. And when they do, they'll be worth every ounce of effort, every moment of discipline, every sacrifice you made along the way. Remember, the journey isn't always smooth. There will be days when you feel like giving up, when the distractions seem too strong, when the progress feels too slow. But those are the days that matter most. Those are the days that define your future. Because anyone can stay focused and consistent when it's easy, but the real test of character is staying focused and consistent when it's hard. So ask yourself, what are you focusing on today? What small, consistent action can you take right now to move closer to your goals? How can you protect your energy, your time, your dreams from the things that don't matter? Because every choice you make, every action you take is either moving you closer to the life you want or further away from it. Focus and consistency aren't just tools for success, they're principles for living. They're the keys to unlocking your potential, to creating a life you're proud of, to becoming the person you were always meant to be. So don't let the distractions win. Don't let the doubts stop you. Don't let the setbacks define you. Stay focused, stay consistent, and watch what happens when you do. Life will test you, it will challenge you in ways you never expected, and sometimes it will feel like everything is working against you. But in those moments, resilience becomes your greatest weapon. Resilience is not just about enduring hardships, it's about how you rise after being knocked down, how you grow stronger from every fall, and how you refuse to let setbacks define your story. Think of resilience as your internal compass, guiding you through the storms of life. It's not the absence of pain or difficulty, but the ability to navigate through it with courage and determination. When the weight of the world feels too heavy, resilience reminds you that you are stronger than you think. It whispers, this is not the end. You've overcome before, and you will overcome again. Resilience starts with a mindset. It's about shifting your perspective, seeing obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow. Challenges are not there to break you. They're there to shape you, to mold you into the person you're meant to become. Every hardship carries a lesson, and resilience is what allows you to learn from it rather than be defeated by it. When you face adversity, remember this: life is not about what happens to you, but how you respond to it. You cannot always control the circumstances, but you can control your reaction. You can choose to see setbacks as stepping stones, failures as feedback, and struggles as a necessary part of growth. This choice, this refusal to give up, is the essence of resilience. But resilience doesn't mean you have to face everything alone. It's also about recognizing when you need support, when you need to lean on others for strength. There's no shame in asking for help or admitting that you're struggling. In fact, it takes great courage to reach out, to show vulnerability, and to let others be part of your journey. Resilience is as much about building connections as it is about inner strength. One of the greatest tools for resilience is self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. When things don't go as planned, resist the urge to criticize or blame yourself. Instead, remind yourself that you are human, that mistakes are part of the process, and that every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend, and watch how it transforms your ability to bounce back. Another powerful aspect of resilience is adaptability. Life rarely unfolds according to plan, and the ability to adapt is what separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. Adaptability doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means being flexible in your approach, adjusting to the circumstances without losing sight of your vision. It's about finding new paths when old ones are blocked, and staying open to the possibilities that come with change. To cultivate resilience, focus on what you can control. When faced with uncertainty, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by all the things beyond your influence. But resilience teaches you to shift your energy toward what's within your power. You can't control the outcome, but you can control your effort. You can't predict the future, but you can prepare for it. By focusing on your actions, you take back your power and create a sense of stability in the face of chaos. Resilience also thrives on gratitude. It may sound counterintuitive, but in moments of hardship, gratitude can be your anchor. When everything feels like it's falling apart, take a moment to reflect on the things you still have. The people who care about you, the strengths you possess, the lessons you've learned. Gratitude doesn't erase the pain, but it shifts your focus from what's missing to what's meaningful, reminding you that even in darkness, there is light. Building resilience is not about avoiding struggles, it's about embracing them with a spirit of determination. It's about knowing that every time you face a challenge, you're building the mental and emotional strength to handle the next one. Resilience is a skill, and like any skill, it grows with practice. The more you persevere, the more you believe in your ability to overcome, and the stronger you become. Resilience is also rooted in purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you're doing what you're doing, it becomes easier to endure the hardships along the way. Your purpose acts as a beacon, a source of motivation that keeps you moving forward, even when the path is steep. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you, what drives you, what gives your life meaning. Let that purpose fuel your resilience and keep you grounded. Finally, remember that resilience is not about being unbreakable, it's about being unshakable. It's about bending without breaking, standing firm in the face of challenges, and rising again no matter how many times you fall. Resilience doesn't mean you'll never feel pain, fear, or doubt. It means you'll never let those feelings stop you. It means that even when life feels overwhelming, you trust in your ability to find a way through. In the end, resilience is the bridge between struggle and success. It's what turns adversity into opportunity, failure into growth, and dreams into reality. So when life tests you, don't shrink back, stand tall, face the challenges head on, and remind yourself that every step, every effort, every moment of resilience brings you closer to the life you're working to build. Because you are capable, you are strong, and no matter what comes your way, you will rise. Success is not built on grand gestures or fleeting moments of brilliance. It is built on the foundation of consistency, doing the right things over and over, even when it feels mundane, even when no one is watching. Consistency is the quiet force that turns small actions into monumental achievements. Think of consistency as planting seeds. Each day you water them, nurture them, and give them sunlight. At first, it may seem like nothing is happening. You might wonder if your efforts are even making a difference, but with time, those seeds grow into strong, towering trees. The same principle applies to your goals. Every small, consistent action you take is a step toward building something remarkable. Consistency is not about perfection, it's about persistence. You don't have to get everything right all the time. What matters is showing up day in and day out, regardless of how you feel. It's about committing to the process, trusting that the results will follow. Some days will be harder than others. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and fatigue. But consistency requires you to push through those moments, to keep going even when it feels difficult. Why is consistency so powerful? Because it creates momentum. Each small action builds upon the last, creating a ripple effect that propels you forward. When you're consistent, you're not just working toward your goals, you're reinforcing habits that make success inevitable. You're training your mind and body to operate in alignment with your vision. But let's be clear, consistency doesn't mean staying stagnant. It doesn't mean repeating the same actions mindlessly. True consistency is about refining your approach, learning from your experiences, and making continuous progress. It's about being adaptable while remaining steadfast in your commitment. This balance of discipline and flexibility is what allows you to grow while staying focused. To embrace consistency, start by setting clear intentions. Know what you want and why you want it. Your goals should be specific and meaningful, something that resonates deeply with you. Vague aspirations lead to inconsistent efforts. But when your vision is clear, it becomes easier to align your actions with your purpose. Once you have clarity, break your goals into manageable steps. Consistency thrives on simplicity. Instead of overwhelming yourself with massive tasks, focus on what you can do today. What small action can you take right now to move closer to your goal? These small steps may seem insignificant in the moment, but they add up to extraordinary results over time. One of the biggest challenges to consistency is the urge for immediate gratification. We live in a world that celebrates instant results, but real success rarely happens overnight. It requires patience, persistence, and the willingness to delay rewards. Understand that the most meaningful achievements take time. Trust the process and resist the temptation to give up when progress feels slow. Discipline is the backbone of consistency. It's the ability to stick to your commitments even when motivation fades. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes based on your mood and circumstances, but discipline is steadfast. It's the inner strength to do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel in the moment. Cultivate discipline and you'll find that consistency becomes second nature. Accountability can also strengthen your consistency. Share your goals with someone you trust, someone who will encourage you and hold you accountable. Knowing that someone is invested in your progress can be a powerful motivator, but ultimately the most important accountability comes from within. You have to hold yourself to the standards you've set, even when no one else is watching. Celebrate your progress along the way. Consistency is not about waiting until the end to acknowledge your efforts. Every small victory deserves recognition. Each time you stick to your plan, each time you take another step forward, you're proving to yourself that you can do it. These moments of celebration fuel your motivation and remind you why you started in the first place. But what happens when you slip? When you miss a day, fall off track, or face setbacks? Understand that consistency doesn't mean never making mistakes. It means getting back on track as quickly as possible. Don't let one misstep spiral into self-doubt or defeat. A single slip doesn't erase all the progress you've made. What matters is your ability to bounce back and keep moving forward. Consistency also requires self-awareness. Pay attention to your patterns, your habits, and your tendencies. Are there obstacles that consistently get in your way? Are there distractions that pull you off course? By identifying these challenges, you can create strategies to overcome them. Self-awareness allows you to stay proactive rather than reactive, ensuring that you remain focused on your goals. Finally, remember that consistency is a long-term game. It's not about instant gratification or quick fixes. It's about building a legacy, creating a life that reflects your values and aspirations. The rewards of consistency may not always be immediate, but they are lasting. The habits you build today will shape your future, creating a foundation for sustained success. Consistency is the bridge between your goals and your results. It's what transforms intentions into achievements, dreams into realities. So commit to the journey. Take one step at a time, day after day, no matter how small. Show up for yourself, for your vision, for the life you want to create, because when you stay consistent, there's nothing you can't achieve. Life is unpredictable. No matter how well you plan or how much effort you put into your goals, challenges will arise. Obstacles are an inevitable part of the journey, but they don't have to define the outcome. What matters most is how you respond when things don't go as expected. Your ability to adapt, adjust, and move forward is what separates those who succeed from those who stop trying. Adapting doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It means finding new ways to achieve them when the original path becomes blocked. It's about being resourceful, creative, and resilient. Think of challenges as opportunities to grow rather than setbacks. Each obstacle is a chance to test your limits, to discover new strengths, and to refine your approach. Start by changing your perspective on failure. Many people view failure as the end, but in reality, it's a stepping stone. Every failure contains a lesson, a piece of knowledge you didn't have before. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to improve? When you approach challenges with curiosity instead of fear, you turn failures into valuable tools for success. Adapting also requires flexibility. You might have a clear vision of where you want to go, but the path to get there is rarely a straight line. Be willing to adjust your plans, to explore alternative routes, and to try new methods. Rigidity often leads to frustration, while flexibility opens up possibilities. Remember, the goal remains the same, but the way you reach it can change. One of the most important aspects of adapting is staying calm under pressure. When challenges arise, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged, but panic rarely leads to productive solutions. Take a step back, breathe, and approach the situation with a clear mind. Ask yourself, what is within my control? What steps can I take right now to move forward? Focusing on what you can do rather than what you can't empowers you to take action. Adapting also means embracing change. Change can be uncomfortable, even frightening, but it's often necessary for growth. Think about the times in your life when you've experienced the most progress. Chances are those moments involve significant change. Instead of resisting it, try to see change as a natural and essential part of the process. It's not something to fear, it's something to harness. To adapt effectively, develop a problem-solving mindset. Challenges are rarely solved by doing the same thing repeatedly. They require creative thinking and a willingness to explore new ideas. When faced with a problem, don't just focus on the surface issue. Dig deeper. What's the root cause? What's the bigger picture? By understanding the problem fully, you can find solutions that are both effective and sustainable. Resilience plays a key role in adaptation. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to keep going even when the odds seem stacked against you. It's about building emotional strength, staying positive, and maintaining your determination. Resilient people don't see challenges as roadblocks, they see them as temporary detours. They know that no matter how difficult the situation, they have the strength to overcome it. Another powerful tool for adapting is seeking support. You don't have to face challenges alone. Reach out to others for advice, encouragement, or a fresh perspective. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a family member, having someone to lean on can make all the difference. Collaboration often leads to solutions you wouldn't have discovered on your own. When adapting to challenges, it's important to maintain a sense of purpose. Remind yourself why you started this journey in the first place. What is the bigger vision that drives you? Keeping your purpose at the forefront of your mind will help you stay focused, even when the path gets tough. Your purpose is the anchor that keeps you grounded, the light that guides you through uncertainty. Patience is another essential ingredient. Adapting doesn't always yield immediate results. Sometimes progress takes time. Be patient with yourself, with the process, and with the outcomes. Trust that each step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your goals. Impatience often leads to rash decisions, while patience allows you to make thoughtful, deliberate choices. Finally, celebrate your ability to adapt. Every time you overcome a challenge, every time you find a way to move forward, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of handling whatever life throws your way. These moments of resilience and creativity are victories in themselves. They're reminders of your strength and determination. Adapting to challenges is not just about achieving success. It's about becoming the kind of person who can thrive in any situation. It's about building a mindset that is strong, flexible, and focused. Challenges are not there to stop you, they're there to prepare you, to shape you, and to push you toward greatness. So the next time you face an obstacle, remember this: you have the power to adapt, you have the strength to rise above it, the creativity to find a way through it, and the resilience to keep moving forward. Challenges are not the end of the journey, they're just part of the story. And when you embrace them, you'll discover that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. When people talk about success, they often emphasize bold actions, big risks, or once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. But there's another often overlooked factor that's far more critical: consistency. Consistency isn't glamorous, it's not something that gets immediate applause, yet it's the backbone of every great achievement. Think about it. Success isn't built overnight, it's the result of small, repeated actions taken day after day. It's showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's putting in the work even when the results aren't immediately visible. Consistency is what turns effort into results, dreams into reality, and potential into greatness. But why is consistency so powerful? For one, it builds trust in yourself and from others. When you consistently follow through on your commitments, you prove that you're reliable. You start to believe in your own ability to meet challenges and reach goals. Others notice this too, and they begin to trust you. Whether in relationships, careers, or personal growth, trust is invaluable, and consistency is how you earn it. Consistency also creates momentum. Imagine pushing a heavy object. At first, it takes a lot of effort just to get it moving, but once it's in motion, it becomes easier to keep it going. The same principle applies to your goals. The initial steps might feel slow and difficult, but as you keep showing up, progress becomes smoother. You gain confidence, skills, and clarity, all of which make it easier to keep moving forward. Another reason consistency matters is because it compounds over time. Think of it like planting a tree. In the beginning, you see nothing but dirt and a tiny seed, but as you water it daily and provide sunlight, growth happens. It might be slow at first, almost invisible, but with time, those small, consistent actions lead to a towering tree. Whether it's learning a skill, building a business, or improving your health, the principle is the same. Consistency compounds, turning small efforts into big results. Of course, being consistent doesn't mean being perfect. There will be days when you stumble, when motivation fades, or when life gets in the way. And that's okay. What matters is not letting a single slip turn into a downward spiral. The key is to pick yourself up and get back on track as soon as possible. Progress isn't about never falling, it's about always getting up. To stay consistent, start by focusing on your habits. Habits are the foundation of consistency. They're the actions you take so often that they become second nature. But not all habits are created equal. Some propel you toward your goals, while others hold you back. The first step is identifying which habits are serving you and which ones aren't. Then, work on building positive habits and breaking negative ones. Building new habits doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start small, focus on one habit at a time and make it so easy that it's impossible to fail. For example, if you want to start exercising, begin with just 5 minutes a day. Once that becomes a routine, gradually increase the time. Small wins build confidence and make it easier to stick with the habit in the long run. Accountability is another powerful tool for staying consistent. When you hold yourself accountable, you're more likely to follow through on your commitment. This could mean tracking your progress, setting deadlines, or sharing your goals with someone you trust. Knowing that someone else is aware of your efforts can provide the extra push you need to stay on course. Consistency is also deeply connected to your mindset. Your thoughts and beliefs shape your actions, and your actions repeated consistently shape your outcomes. If you believe that progress is only worthwhile when it's dramatic or immediate, you'll struggle to stay consistent. But if you embrace the idea that small, steady efforts are the path to lasting success, you'll be more willing to stick with it. One way to strengthen your mindset is by focusing on your why. Why are you pursuing this goal? What's the deeper reason that drives you? When your motivation is tied to a meaningful purpose, it becomes easier to stay consistent, even when the work feels tedious or difficult. Your why acts as a compass, guiding you through challenges and keeping you aligned with your goals. Consistency isn't just about reaching goals, it's about becoming the kind of person who can achieve them. When you practice consistency, you develop discipline, patience, and perseverance. You prove to yourself that you can keep promises, not just to others, but to yourself. This builds self-respect and confidence, both of which are essential for long-term success. It's also important to celebrate your consistency along the way. Too often people focus solely on the end result and forget to acknowledge the effort it takes to get there. Each day you show up, each small step you take is a victory in itself. Celebrate those moments. They're the building blocks of your success. Finally, understand that consistency is a lifelong process. There will always be new goals to pursue, new challenges to face, and new habits to build. The beauty of consistency is that it's not about perfection or instant results. It's about showing up, doing your best, and trusting the process. When you embrace consistency as a way of life, you unlock your true potential. Remember, success isn't about being the fastest or the strongest. It's about being the one who keeps going, the one who doesn't quit, the one who shows up every single day, no matter what. That's the power of consistency. It's not flashy or dramatic, but it's unstoppable, and it's within your reach, always. Life is full of challenges. There will always be obstacles in your path, moments that test your patience and situations that seem impossible to overcome. Yet, the ability to bounce back from these difficulties defines who you are. This is the essence of resilience, the unshakable strength to keep moving forward, no matter how hard life tries to pull you down. Resilience isn't about avoiding problems or pretending they don't exist. It's about facing them head on with courage and determination. It's about acknowledging the pain, learning from the experience, and using it to grow stronger. Life isn't meant to be easy, but it is meant to teach you. Every setback holds a lesson, and every hardship shapes you into a more capable, more determined version of yourself. When faced with adversity, it's natural to feel overwhelmed or defeated. But resilience begins with perspective. How you see the challenge in front of you makes all the difference. Instead of viewing it as a roadblock, see it as an opportunity to grow. This isn't about sugarcoating reality. It's about choosing to find meaning in the struggle. When you shift your perspective, you empower yourself to take control of the situation, no matter how dire it seems. One of the keys to resilience is self-awareness. Understand your emotions, but don't let them control you. It's okay to feel frustration, sadness, or fear. These emotions are natural responses to difficult situations. But resilience means not letting those feelings dictate your actions. Instead, channel them into something constructive. When you master your emotions, you reclaim your power. Another critical aspect of resilience is adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan, and that's okay. The ability to adjust, to pivot when circumstances change is what keeps you moving forward. Rigidity leads to frustration, but flexibility opens the door to new possibilities. Being adaptable doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means finding new ways to achieve them when the original path is blocked. Resilience also requires a strong support system. No one succeeds alone, and it's not a sign of weakness to lean on others. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who believe in you even when you doubt yourself. These connections provide the encouragement and perspective you need during tough times. A kind word or a listening ear can make all the difference when you're feeling stuck. But resilience isn't just about external support. It's also about inner strength. Build a foundation of self-belief that doesn't crumble under pressure. This starts with self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, especially when you fall short. Beating yourself up over mistakes only drains your energy. Instead, acknowledge your efforts and focus on what you can do better next time. Self-compassion is the fuel that keeps your inner fire burning. Discipline plays a significant role in resilience too. It's not about being emotionless or robotic. It's about staying committed to your goals, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, not because you feel like it, but because it's necessary. It's about showing up, day after day, even when progress feels slow. This unwavering commitment to your purpose is what builds unshakable resilience. Another pillar of resilience is learning to embrace failure. Society often paints failure as something to avoid at all costs. But the truth is, failure is one of life's greatest teachers. Every time you fail, you gain valuable insights. You learn what doesn't work, and you get closer to figuring out what does. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to it. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it propel you forward. Gratitude is another tool that strengthens resilience. When times are tough, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong, but taking a moment to appreciate what you have can shift your mindset. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it gives you the strength to face them. It reminds you of the good in your life and helps you find the motivation to keep going. Resilience also involves setting realistic expectations. It's important to dream big, but it's equally important to break those dreams into manageable steps. Trying to tackle everything at once is a recipe for burnout. Instead, focus on what you can do today. Small, consistent actions lead to big results over time. And with each small victory, your confidence grows, making it easier to stay resilient in the face of future challenges. Visualization is another powerful technique to build resilience. Picture yourself overcoming the obstacle in front of you. See yourself succeeding, even when the odds seem impossible. This mental rehearsal helps you stay focused and motivated. When you can see the finish line in your mind, it becomes easier to keep running toward it. Finally, resilience is about hope. It's about believing that no matter how hard things get, better days are ahead. Hope doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means choosing to see possibilities instead of limitation. Hope gives you the courage to try again, even after countless failures. It's the light that guides you through the darkest moments. Remember, resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. Every challenge you face, every setback you overcome adds another layer to your strength. It's not about never falling, it's about always rising. You have that strength within you. Use it. In the journey of life, every choice you make becomes part of your legacy. How you face challenges, seize opportunities, and overcome setbacks defines the mark you leave on the world. Determination is the foundation of this legacy, a force that propels you forward when everything else seems to pull you back. Determination is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking action despite imperfection. It's about understanding that success is rarely a straight line. Detours and obstacles are part of the process, but determination allows you to keep going even when the path ahead is unclear. It's the drive to persevere, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. At its core, determination is a choice. It's the decision to commit to your goals regardless of the challenges you face. This commitment requires clarity. What are you striving for? Why does it matter? When your vision is clear, your determination becomes unshakable. You're no longer distracted by minor setbacks or tempted to quit when things get tough. Instead, you remain focused on the bigger picture. But determination isn't fueled by vision alone. It's powered by action. Small, consistent steps are what transform dreams into reality. Even when progress feels slow or invisible, every effort adds up. It's easy to underestimate the value of persistence, but remember, great achievements are often the result of countless small victories. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. One of the greatest enemies of determination is doubt. Doubt whispers that you're not good enough, that your efforts are pointless, or that success is out of reach. But doubt is just a voice, and you have the power to silence it. Replace doubt with belief. Not blind optimism, but a grounded confidence in your ability to figure things out. You may not have all the answers now, but determination means trusting that you'll find them along the way. Another critical element of determination is resilience. There will be moments when your strength is tested, when it feels like the world is conspiring against you. In these moments, resilience keeps you standing, and determination keeps you moving. Together, they form a powerful combination that enables you to rise above any challenge. Patience is another cornerstone of determination. In a world that glorifies instant gratification, patience reminds you that true success takes time. It teaches you to value the process, not just the outcome. When you're patient, you're less likely to give up when results don't come quickly. Instead, you stay the course, knowing that every effort is building towards something greater. Discipline also plays a vital role. It's the daily practice of showing up even when motivation wanes. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes like the wind. Discipline, on the other hand, is steadfast. It's the commitment to do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. When you pair discipline with determination, you become unstoppable. It's important to remember that determination doesn't mean ignoring your limits. Rest and recovery are essential. Pushing yourself too hard for too long can lead to burnout. True determination includes knowing when to pause, recharge, and then return with renewed energy. It's about finding balance, not between effort and ease, but between persistence and self-care. Surrounding yourself with positivity also strengthens your determination. The people you choose to associate with have a profound impact on your mindset. Seek out those who inspire you, challenge you, and support your growth. Let go of relationships that drain your energy or undermine your goals. Your determination thrives in an environment of encouragement and possibility. Celebrate your progress along the way. Too often we focus only on what's left to achieve, overlooking how far we've already come. Each milestone, no matter how small, is a testament to your effort and commitment. Take a moment to acknowledge these achievements. They're proof of your determination and a reminder of what you're capable of. Another way to cultivate determination is to embrace uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and no one can see the future with absolute clarity. But uncertainty is not your enemy. It's a space of potential, a canvas where anything is possible. Determination means stepping into that uncertainty with courage, ready to create your own path no matter how unfamiliar it may seem. Visualizing your success can also fuel your determination. Picture the moment when your hard work pays off, the sense of accomplishment, the joy of reaching your goal. This mental rehearsal not only keeps you motivated, but also trains your mind to believe in your ability to succeed. When you see yourself winning, you start to act like a winner. Finally, determination is about legacy. It's not just about achieving your goals, but about inspiring others along the way. Your determination sets an example for those around you. It shows them what's possible, encouraging them to pursue their dreams with the same tenacity. Your legacy is not just what you accomplish, it's the impact you have on others through your journey. In the end, determination is a reflection of your inner strength. It's the refusal to give up, the commitment to keep going, and the belief that you are capable of greatness. Life will test you, but your determination will always be your greatest asset. With it, there's nothing you can't achieve. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, and build a legacy that inspires others to do the same.